Here's a question that came in through lockergnome.net, but it might as well have come in through anywhere. Twitter, Google+, Facebook, YouTube, MySpace. Is blogging an art form? Could certainly be argued that blogging is an art form. The way most people blog these days, it's not very artistic at all. Writing certainly can be an art, especially if you have a good command on the language you happen to be writing, or at least the language you happen to be writing in. Although if I say writing in, the writing in which you happen to be the language in which you happen to be writing. I was trying not to end the sentence in the preposition because English speakers would tell you you're not supposed to do that. I don't care. If you get your point across, to me, that's the only type of writer I've ever been. And I do my best to be creative when I write. I use my personal voice in just about anything that I do. I still do write. I don't write as frequently as I used to. Most of the blogging that I do, what is that? Most of it that I do happens to be by way of video. I appreciate this form of communications. Is this an art? I think many people have made an art out of it. But I'm never going to go as far as to say that blogging is an art form. I think it's a form of media in getting a message across. Blogging certainly is, a form of communication, but is it an art? I think it's a skill that you can develop. Blogging in mastering your personal voice, that's a skill, but is a skill an art? I don't know. When I see, people who create things, art, like a painting or a sculpture or like a Lego composition, or that, to me, that's art. Some people might look at what I do in video and say, that's an art. It's a trade. It's a skill. Is it an art? If I spent more time perfecting everything that I do with video, with writing, I suppose some might argue it's an art. To me, I think it's more of a skill. And I think some people have perfected that. In perfecting the skill, maybe therein lies the art. But if you watch any of the things or even read some of the things that I've written, it could not be considered art. It's fun, and it's definitely me, and I'm expressing myself, but I've done other things that I would consider art. But blogging, I don't think would be one of them, other than mastering what it is that a blog happens to be. Some formal, now it used to be informal, now it's somewhat formal mode of communication by way of writing, although video blogging or audio blogging is another format. Yeah, I don't know. It's a question that everyone's going to have a different response to. Here's the bigger question. Do y'all even read blogs anymore? You probably do, but they might as well be called news sites, not really blogs anymore. Blog is just, a term, right? I mean, what is it? What's in a blog? Most people just regurgitate press releases, or they basically take something they know nothing about and write about it. That's not an art form. Regurgitating what someone else has done that's already been covered ad nauseum, that's not art. Give us your own perspectives. Power is in personal voice. And if you don't have that, blogging, you can do it, but you're never going to make it an art. You're never going to do it because you've got to be yourself. That's what makes art art. You put yourself in something. And I guess saying that, if you've perfected putting yourself in something, it is an art. Probably along the lines of a custodial art, but I'm interested in your answer. Feel free to posit a comment wherever you happen to be watching this video. We'll see you later.